The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericaempowerment.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope that you had a beautiful week full of great connections, empowering opportunities, and also a moment that you got to pause and breathe in and listen. We can rush around in life so much, going from one thing to the next, that we often forget to pause and breathe and reflect and listen. So I'm going to make sure that we actually incorporate that into our show today and to get into our time today, because we're talking about something that is really, really important. We're talking about how to fully step into your full power. Today we're calling it your Empress power, and to really take center stage in your life. And this is something we so easily give away, or step to the side, or think someone else is more qualified. And I was reflecting on this today because I have a book coming out. I'm a co-author in a book that is You Are Whole, Perfect, and Complete. It's going to be released in the next month. And the subject that I talk about in my chapter, the title actually is Who Me? Shine? And so frequently when we're asked to step forward to really stand in the limelight in a sense in our own life, or stand and be acknowledged, or receive an award, or really take the lead up front, we shy away. We feel like so many other people are more qualified. Maybe someone else should stand in that space. Or we let fear stop us from standing in that space. And sometimes it can be disguised as I'm too busy, I'm not qualified enough, someone else can do that better, I'm not sure how, I need to know more. It can hide in all different kinds of ways. And so I really invite you to lean in to our conversation today, because it is not an accident that you're on the show today, that you're listening. And I want you to really honor that and to be able to fully receive the information, the wisdom, the tips, and the tools that we're going to share with you today. I've brought two amazing experts that can really support us in standing in center stage. And they both come from different modalities, different areas of expertise, and have a track record of really empowering others to fully be present in their life, to stand and connect and serve. But I wanted to share just a little bit of my thoughts on this to get us thinking and kind of open up the subject we're talking about today. In that book where I talk about who me, shine, that has so frequently in the past been my response to things. And as an example, when I was asked to co-author one of the first books I was in that became a bestseller, I ignored it. I turned away from it. I thought, I'm not an author. So many other people are more qualified or more powerful or would be serving in a better way standing in that place. And I turned it away actually 7 times until I finally realized that pull was on my heart. And I had an opportunity to step forward and share. And here's a truth I want to share with all of you today. If you are feeling a pull on your heart to share something more of yourself, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your message, perhaps to serve in a different way or stand in a different place in your heart and in your life, then I strongly, strongly encourage you to stand in that. No one else can stand in the same way and hold that space the way you are designed to hold it. There's not another one of you in reserve or behind the curtains that if you step aside or you don't fully share, that there's, Rebecca too, that's going to step up and fully, do over and really take over that stage and shine. What happens is they miss out and we miss out. I would have missed out on a wonderful opportunity to be in a book that became bestseller, that got to serve and minister to hundreds and thousands of people. And they would have missed out on hearing the piece that they needed to hear in that. And just the same, when I was asked to be radio show host, Robert Cellino, who's my executive producer, probably, he and I have talked many times about this, so not probably, he knew exactly what was going on with me when he said, Rebecca, I think you should do a show. I think the work that you're doing can really support and reach people on an international level. And I said, who, me? I don't know how to do that. Technology's intimidating. I don't know how to be a radio show host. I don't know what to do with that. I don't need to step into that space. I don't know how to occupy it. And I stalled and I waited and I threw up my concerns about his choice in thinking I could do this. And he beautifully held that space for me and could see the vision. And I'm so grateful that he did, because this show would not exist if he hadn't first said yes to me and created that opportunity and space for me, and then allowed me the opportunity to go through my process in the end, say yes, because it was really fear that was holding me back. It was really, I don't know how, that was holding me back. And when he assured me, we can help you with that, that's why we're here. We have a great track record. We empower you to do all of that. I had to finally realize it was me that was holding myself back. And I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to say yes and to serve in those spaces and to be able to interact with the amazing guests we have today and with all of you. And I would have missed out. And the people's lives that have been touched by this show would have missed out if I hadn't been willing to say yes, to grow, to fully step forward, face my fears, step through them, and be willing to serve exactly the way I'm now and the way I'm made. And this is a truth in this. When you are called, you are called. And it's not someday, it's not when you have this additional qualification or this training, it's now. There is something in exactly who you are and how you are right now that is needed. So please, don't wait. Really take this opportunity to listen in to the tips and the wisdom that we're going to be sharing today. There is something for you today, or you would not have been called or drawn to this show. So really, really listen in. And what I'd like you to do right now, those of you that are driving, please keep your hands on the wheel, eyes open, be safe and alert. But for those of you who are able to relax, sit back a little bit, actually let the chair support you. Get comfortable. Put both feet on the floor. Take a deep breath. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head. We want to bring all of you in, mind, body, heart, and soul. One more breath. Close your eyes and listen. What is it that you need today that would empower you to say yes, to step in more fully into how you're made, into what you're called to be and do in your life? Not just a supporting character or a role or an information provider or a brother or a sister, a mother, a daughter. What is it that is pulling at your heart to have you step forward just a little bit more? Stand a little more in your power today. What is it that's pulling at you? Crying out for you to say yes. And is there something that you need to help you do that? Encouragement, information, support? Just listen for a moment. See what comes to your heart and your mind. Because I truly believe you were made for such a time as this, to step forward and shine. And with that, open up your eyes. Another deep breath. And I'd love to have our two guests who I want to introduce just briefly, and I'll give you more in-depth introduction in a moment. We have the amazing Empress Iris joining us today. Empress Iris, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca.
And the powerful and dynamic Elizabeth Bachman, welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. I loved what you just did. Great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Iris, I was wondering if something came to your heart or mind that you would like to share with us.
When we were doing that exercise, I felt the excitement and the energy of how it feels when I am watching someone come alive to their greatness. What I mean by that is when they realize, I already have what I need. I already have the wonderful gifts and the knowledge that is going to help me move forward. And that's
Yes.
very exciting.
Yes. I echo that. Thank you. Absolutely. And how about you, Elizabeth? Did you have something that came to your heart or mind?
You know, what really got to me is there's so many things that we're afraid of. And yet, if you could actually go through it and step ahead and claim this, your greatness, then it's actually not that scary. I just did it today. I put up a post on Facebook declaring something that's important to me, and my stomach was clenching and my heart was thumping. But that was an hour ago. And now I'm thinking, yes, I'm so glad I did that.
Yes. Thank you. So interesting. I think the anticipation and fear is almost the feeling worse than actually going through it and facing it. Because we're so rarely in mortal danger in the times that we live in. And yet our body can react like that sometimes because it feels like it's protecting us. We haven't done that before. We don't know if we can survive. And so it's so important to remember it is an emotion. And I celebrate, Elizabeth, that you did that. Congratulations. I love it.
Thank you.
Welcome. Well, and with that, we're actually going to our first commercial break. And we actually have some new commercials I'd love for you to listen to. We have some amazing sponsors that have joined up to really make this show possible. So I encourage you to listen in, listen to your heart and what you need today. And then I invite you to get to know those sponsors who really help make this show possible. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
Your people are waiting for you.
Do you speak to have more impact and grow your business? Your people are waiting for you, waiting to hear your unique message. Learn to speak more effectively on the Speakers Summit, a free summit designed for speakers like you. More info at thespeakersummit.com. Your people are waiting for you. Are you ready for them?
Your people are waiting for you. Be ready.
Have you read all the dating books and online sites, yet nothing seems to click? Have you tried everything and it still didn't work? Dr. Gary Salyer and Dr. Diane Frost are your co-hosts for the dynamic and transformative Safe to Love Again workshop, where you'll discover the secrets to using your unconscious mind to find your soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com. The workshop will be held on Saturday and Sunday, February 28th through March 1st, 2015, in Emeryville, California. It's time to move from stalemate with love to soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com.
Are you struggling with changing or re-entering your career? Terry Hockett, CEO of What's for Work and transitional career strategist, works with her clients to craft their personal brand, gain clarity, and create career opportunities. Terry helps her clients discover and stand in their value and learn the tools and techniques needed to successfully navigate today's changing job market. Start today with your free membership. Step powerfully into the career of your dreams. Join Terry at whatsforwork.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Build your better business. Achieve that goal. Make good on that resolution. The Voice America Empowerment Channel. It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that break, that you got a moment to kind of pause and breathe and listen and really see how you might be able to more fully step forward, claim center stage, as Elizabeth shared, and really share the amazing gift that you are with each of us. Now, our first guest expert is the amazing Empress Iris. I just love that title, Iris. So I welcome you.
Well, you know, Rebecca, I really love the energy of Empress because to me it represents being a woman of substance and a woman being in her prime and having control over her life and her destiny. So I am Empress Iris, but I think lots and lots of women are also empresses. And it's a matter, I like what Elizabeth said earlier about claiming being empress and owning their particular special flavor of being an empress.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Well, let me do a little bit more formal background. I want to make sure they know all about Empress Iris. So you are a speaker, a coach, and you've been studying metaphysics and psychology. You said lifelong study of these subjects, and you really specialize in integrating different modalities and shifts and changes that we're doing in our life on a fully mind, body, and spirit level. You're able to integrate a lot of different things together and help people do that. You've been in the transformation field for 39 years, hypnotherapist, psychologist, and a whole mind and body expert, the founder of the Empress community and creator of the Empress, oh, you have to help me with this one, creator of the expressive, empowered play. Is that right?
Yes. Expressive, empowering play.
Empowering play. Thank you. I want to make sure I get that out there correctly. And something I really love about you is your energy and how you show up in the world. Do you mind sharing your phrase that you use when you're describing who you really work with and support and what you help them do?
I help women over 40 to be savvy, sassy, and strong.
And listeners, what I want you to know that you're not seeing, but energetically, I hope you felt, she actually has hand movements and the way she stands as she's sharing each of those pieces. And I love that about you. And every time I see you do that, everyone leans in, has a smile on their face, and they actually stand up a little bit straighter with a little more energy. So I really appreciate how you show up in the world, Empress Iris.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I just love seeing women, men. I love seeing people feel good about who they are and feel so energized and self-expressed that they want to take it to the next level and share it with people. And then, you know how that concept where it tries to expand, everybody is in their energy and feeling good, and it expands, just like when you are laughing in a room and it kind of percolates all the way around the room. We're all sharing that together. That excites me.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that and giving them an experience of you, which is fabulous. Now, I know that you call this person a shiro, so a feminine hero that embodies this Empress energy. Do you mind sharing one of your...
There's somebody I just discovered her, and I thought, wow, look at this wonderful woman and what she's doing in the world. It's her name is Ernestine Shepherd, and she's not a celebrity, but she is famous in her own right. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records, and she is 77. She's going to be 78 in a couple of months. She's the oldest female bodybuilder. And if you see a picture of her, you should see her abs and her physique. But what's really inspiring is that she is teaching classes, she's running marathons, she's a bodybuilder, and I love her story. At 50, she and her sister were sitting on a couch and they realized, we really are couch potatoes, and we think we might want to change that. And she got more and more into it, and now she is such an inspiration because she didn't think that over 40 meant she was downhill. It meant, okay, I'm in the prime of my life and I'm going to do something to get myself feeling good and healthy and sharing this with others. So she excites me about what she's doing. Bodybuilding is, a particular way she's expressed it, and other people can have their way of being their own champion and do their own thing. So that excites me.
We're on Facebook along with some of the greatest minds of the world, and that includes you. Visit us on Facebook at Voice America Empowerment.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Have you read all the dating books and online sites, yet nothing seems to click? Have you tried everything and it still didn't work? Dr. Gary Salyer and Dr. Diane Frost are your co-hosts for the dynamic and transformative Safe to Love Again workshop, where you'll discover the secrets to using your unconscious mind to find your soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com. The workshop will be held on Saturday and Sunday, February 28th through March 1st, 2015, in Emeryville, California. It's time to move from stalemate with love to soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com. Are you struggling with changing or re-entering your career? Terry Hockett, CEO of What's for Work and transitional career strategist, works with her clients to craft their personal brand, gain clarity, and create career opportunities. Terry helps her clients discover and stand in their value and learn the tools and techniques needed to successfully navigate today's changing job market. Start today with your free membership. Step powerfully into the career of your dreams. Join Terry at whatsforwork.com.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com. You're
listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to join you again. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty here, but I'm really excited to be connected with you again. Empress Iris, I hope that you're able to still share with us a little bit about Shiro's that I unfortunately cut out on and missed.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm not sure what everyone heard, but I think her energy is so great, and she's manifesting it so much that it, maybe it interfered with the wires. But let me tell you
there
about...
There you go. I love it.
Tell you about this powerhouse, Ernestine. She's 77, and she is in the Guinness Book of World Records as being the oldest bodybuilder. And I want to say, if you saw her picture, she looks amazing. And what I love is that she found what was her special magic. It happened to be bodybuilding. She, found a great trainer so she could practice and improve her gift. And now she's an inspiration to all of us. I just love seeing women like that who are stepping out boldly, and she's doing her thing. And she says she's having the time of her life.
I love it. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that and repeating a little bit of that so I could be part of the conversation as well. I so appreciate that. And then really quickly, do you mind sharing the amazing gift that you've put together for all of our listeners today?
Well, I have a what I call an Empress Energizer. It's a 30-minute session where you get to explore what is your particular magic, what are your special talents. It also includes ways you can energize this Empress energy that you have and talk about how to express it.
Wonderful. Well, listeners, I invite you to lean in to this generous and powerful gift that Empress Iris is making available to you. And here's the deal. You have to wait till the end of the show for me to reveal how you'll be able to access the amazing gift as well as the one that Elizabeth is also going to make available to you. So with that, listeners, I invite you to take a deep breath and really think about how you can integrate some of the beautiful information and insights that Empress Iris shared with us. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Live up to your fullest potential. This is the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Are you struggling with changing or re-entering your career? Terry Hockett, CEO of What's for Work and transitional career strategist, works with her clients to craft their personal brand, gain clarity, and create career opportunities. Terry helps her clients discover and stand in their value and learn the tools and techniques needed to successfully navigate today's changing job market. Start today with your free membership. Step powerfully into the career of your dreams. Join Terry at whatsforwork.com. Have you read all the dating books and online sites, yet nothing seems to click? Have you tried everything and it still didn't work? Dr. Gary Salyer and Dr. Diane Frost are your co-hosts for the dynamic and transformative Safe to Love Again workshop, where you'll discover the secrets to using your unconscious mind to find your soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com. The workshop will be held on Saturday and Sunday, February 28th through March 1st, 2015, in Emeryville, California. It's time to move from stalemate with love to soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Question: what's working and what's not working in your life? Though we resolve each year to do things differently, and we want what's great for our businesses, our relationships, our health, and more, we don't always know where to turn when life gets tough. That's where Leading Life Large with host Rob Braun comes in. Our show challenges you to reevaluate where you are and keep pushing your way to the success you desire. If you want it bad enough, we can help you turn your life around. Leading Life Large airs Mondays at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on Voice America Empowerment.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you got a chance to enjoy that break, to pause, to breathe in and listen, and see how you might be able to integrate a shiro in your life. Perhaps there's someone that has inspired or impacted you. So it's always great to acknowledge them, let them know, as well as what are those pieces that are inspiring to you that you can actually apply in your life and take action on. So I really invite you to do that. So our next guest, I'm really excited to introduce you to. Her name is Elizabeth Bachman, and she actually is a speaker, an author, a coach, a trainer. You call yourself the star maker for speakers, right?
I do indeed.
Wonderful. And you have 30 years experience as an international offer director, and you're able to translate a lot of those skills and the experience you learned to really help business professionals and speakers stand in their power. So I welcome you officially to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Love having you. And Elizabeth, I'd love if you could share with our listeners today why this work is so important to you, that you really are passionate about helping people take center stage in their life.
Well, taking center stage in your life is really claiming your power and finding your voice. And I've spent 30-plus years doing that with opera singers and now with speakers as well. I do them both. And it's what is expected. The best part for me is to watch the transformation and watch when people step into their bigger space. And it's such a high for them and for me to see people become greater than they ever dreamed they could be. And that's really what I'm about.
I love that. I love claiming the voice and becoming greater than they ever thought they could be. Thank you for sharing that with us.
And one other thing that's really fun about that is after you've done it, you've stepped through your horizons, you've enlarged your horizons, there's going to be a next greater thing. You just probably couldn't see it. I know I couldn't see it from when I was first starting out. And so once you're staying there and you're claiming your power, then you begin to see, there's a next level I can get onto. And so it just goes and goes and goes.
And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know if that's always good or not, or intimidating at times, or exciting, or all of the above.
All of the above, yes. All of the above. But another thing to think is that our nature, our bodies, and our sort of caveman programming, if you will, is around keeping us safe. And so stepping into something new and scary and exciting goes against our hind brain, the caveman nature. And it is a mark of our civilization that you can say, thank you for sharing, caveman brain, but my intellectual and evolved brain, my 21st century brain, knows that this is where I need to be.
And that I'm not in mortal danger.
Like
Yeah,
I might feel like it at times.
It does sometimes, yes.
Perfect. Well, do you mind me asking, because it's not a background we hear a lot, somebody that has such a vast experience in directing operas like you do. So how does directing opera connect with presentation skills?
It's all about claiming your place on stage, center stage, and being able to say what you need to say or sing what you need to sing with power and conviction. And it turned out once I started working with speakers officially instead of just sort of ad hoc helping friends over the years, once I started really working with speakers, it turns out that the techniques you need to be a fabulous presenter of an idea or a service or a product are actually pretty much the same techniques you need to sell a song. The difference is just vocabulary. And so I said, oh, this is what I'm good at in one area. I can be good at it in the other area. And what I particularly love is the more I work with speakers, the more it informs my work with singers. And the more I work with singers, the more it informs my work with speakers. It's all about the transformation and expanding into a new role.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. And I know that you talk about the 3 P's in the work that you do. Do you mind sharing what the 3 P's are?
So they're presence, projection, and perception. And the quick way to talk about that is perception is that only 7% of what people perceive about you comes from your words. And the other 93% is from how you present yourself, how you look, how you carry yourself, how you deliver your message.
Yep.
And most people spend all their time thinking about their words, or far too many people think about their words and not about their presence. Then presence and projection are stage presence, and then projecting that to the world, projecting what you're passionate about to the world. And what I'd really love to talk to you about is stage presence, and again, it's how to claim your space on stage, or in a room, or in a meeting, or a job interview, or even at a party. It's all the same.
Exactly. And I know you have a powerful
what I
tip
think of that
to
is
do that.
When you're out there and you're nervous about what people are going to think, it's usually the gremlins in your head, the voices in your head that are saying, oh, they're going to think I'm stupid, or they're going to think I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's all self-generated. That's your caveman brain trying to keep you thinking that you're in mortal danger. What I like to do is think about the people who are listening to me as guests at a party. And what I'm going to suggest or what I'm going to offer if I'm speaking to promote a program or if I'm in a meeting to suggest an idea or chime in, I think of that as a fabulous cake that I've baked. So I like cakes. So, and they are guests at my party. And one of the things also to remember is that when you're thinking, you're wondering if you're, what are they going to think about me and so forth, actually, the people who've come to listen to you want you to be fabulous.
Yes.
Because they want to get amazing information from what you're saying. And if they didn't think you were going to be interesting, they wouldn't have shown up. So they're there. They want you to be fabulous. They are ready and willing to listen to you. And this whole thing about thinking they're going to laugh at me is just self-generated, comes from the gremlins.
Yep. Exactly. Thank you. I think that was one of the most profound things that I learned when I was facing some of my fears and stepping out and speaking for the first time was that my audience actually wanted me to succeed. They wanted me to have fun up there. And it made a lot of sense when I sat there and I thought about speakers that I see. If they look like they're in pain or they're suffering, it's hard to watch. And you actually, the audience leans in and tries to support them because they want to have them be successful and to hear their message. And I think it's the same way in how we show up in life. So thank you. That was really, really great.
Yes, and if I may make another comment, that sort of stage fright, if you will, is something that we all experience. And the great thing about coming from opera and theater is that this is something every actor has to go through. And there are 3,000 years of experience of ways to deal with this. Because you think about all the way back to the Greeks, I bet the first person who did Aeschylus was nervous on stage. And so there are tips and techniques for getting past that. And you don't have to do it alone, and you are not the first.
Thank you. Very important to remember. I think we sometimes think we're alone and we have to figure it all out. And Elizabeth, I know that you've put together an amazing gift, and I wanted to give you a moment to share that with our listeners.
Well, I have my amazing gift is a series called Star Maker Secrets. It's a series of emails. It comes every week or 2 weeks, and they're just short tips that I've gathered as a service to my fellow speakers from my 30-plus years of presenting. They're short, they're sweet, some of them are profound, some are funny, and it's just all sorts of useful things to think about.
Wonderful. Well, let me share quickly with listeners how they can access your amazing gift as well as the wonderful gift that Empress Iris has made available. If you're watching this show or listening to the show, but you're watching the Voice America screen, if you look over to the right-hand side, you're going to see free radio show gifts on the top there, the top link. Simply click that, and it'll open up a wonderful world of amazing gifts that are so generously being made available to you. For those of you that are listening to the replay, then you can actually go to my website, which is www.yourpurposedrivenpractice.com, and you'll see the radio show tab, and right on the top, you're going to see the free radio show gifts. So that's the second place that you can access these amazing gifts. We're getting ready to go to our commercial break, so I invite you to check out the gifts, and we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Live up to your fullest potential. This is the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Are you struggling with changing or re-entering your career? Terry Hockett, CEO of What's for Work and transitional career strategist, works with her clients to craft their personal brand, gain clarity, and create career opportunities. Terry helps her clients discover and stand in their value and learn the tools and techniques needed to successfully navigate today's changing job market. Start today with your free membership. Step powerfully into the career of your dreams. Join Terry at whatsforwork.com. Have you read all the dating books and online sites, yet nothing seems to click? Have you tried everything and it still didn't work? Dr. Gary Salyer and Dr. Diane Frost are your co-hosts for the dynamic and transformative Safe to Love Again workshop, where you'll discover the secrets to using your unconscious mind to find your soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com. The workshop will be held on Saturday and Sunday, February 28th through March 1st, 2015, in Emeryville, California. It's time to move from stalemate with love to soulmate. Visit safetoloveagain.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Success starts here. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com. It's your world.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the break and you got an opportunity to check out those amazing gifts. Again, if you go to my website, which is www.yourpurposedrivenpractice.com, hit the radio show tab. Right when you open up the screen on the left-hand side, you'll see radio show gifts, and you simply click on that to access those amazing gifts. And I was thinking during break as we're coming back that I really wanted to end this show and being a star, like what you were saying, Elizabeth, and I love cake too, so almost pretending that we're sharing cake together, breaking bread together, and to really stand. So I invite those of you who are able to physically stand. And as you're standing, kind of declare that you are willing to step forward just a little bit more into your power. Share just a little bit more of who you are with each and every person around you, because you are the gift. Like I shared in the beginning of the show, there's not another one of you, like take two in the background, waiting to come forward. You are the gift. And I really want to invite you to fully step forward and share the amazing gift that you are with those in your life. If you have a shiro in your life, reach out and let them know that, and really embrace some of the lessons and inspiration that you've gained from them. What does being empowered mean to you, and how can you step forward in that even more powerfully? And how can you step forward in your power and your presence? And really listen for that information and the insight and the wisdom that we shared with you today. And I wanted to give my guests an opportunity to share one more amazing tip to further empower you on your journey. And Iris, I know that you have a specific tool that can really help women step into their power. Do you mind sharing that?
It's called the pause and power pivot. And what it is when you are in a situation, well, the first thing you do is I want you to make a list of 3 things that make you feel uplifted, feeling powerful, feeling in a really good place with yourself. So I'll give an example. One of them for me is when I dance around, when I'm dancing in a movie, it makes me feel uplifted. It makes me feel good. Or another thing is when I remember an experience I had when I had a really winning experience. It was something where I felt spectacular. So make a list so that when you're in a situation where you feel deflated or something hard has come up and you're feeling in a hard place, this you can think of and immediately go to the power pivot. So you use one of those things that will make you feel good. If you're in a situation, let's say you're at work and you can't exactly get up and dance in the office, if you imagine yourself dancing and bring in all the feelings of feeling good about being in your body, it will also work. So you go to any of these experiences that you thought that help you feel uplifted, and that will pivot your energy. So you pause and pivot to power.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Elizabeth, did you have an additional tip or technique or idea you'd like to share with us today?
I do, and I would build on what Iris said. So, Iris, that's a great thing. What I would add to that is then if you think about the people around you, if you're about to walk into a meeting at the office, for instance, or you're going to walk out and present, or you're going to an event where you're nervous, especially if you're like a networking event and you're nervous, pause outside there, do this power remembering that Iris was talking about, and then extend that. Envision that, like your aura extending into the room, and think, this is my room, my meeting, and they are all my guests. Therefore, I'm at home here. Or this is my party, this is my networking event, and all those people are my guests. I can be at home and comfortable here.
Beautiful. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Those are both really, really powerful tips. And it's so interesting. Before the show, I actually had this thought that I wanted to share with everyone, is really developing a practice that brings fun and brings power and brings energy into your life. And I love that both of you have tied right into that and shared ways to do that. So I really encourage listeners to develop a list. So I love how Empress Iris had suggested thinking of experiences that you have that give you more power and energy. And I love Elizabeth really treating this event like it's yours and you can be at home and these are your guests. And that's a beautiful place to stand and be. And listeners, you can actually create these ways of being throughout your life, not just at events, not just when you're feeling stressed or stretched or challenged. I encourage you, actually, extra credit bonus opportunity is to really think of a way you can start building these fun, powerful practices into your life. Is it blowing bubbles? I know Empress Iris, you like that. It energizes you. It makes you laugh. Mm-hmm. What is it? For me, it's remembering to ground myself and breathe. Sometimes just going outside and watching animals or watching the trees or feeling the air move with the wind. Things like that help me feel peaceful, grounded, powerful, and centered. And so what are the things for you, listeners, that would help you feel at home and at peace throughout your day? What is it that would help you feel energized? Is it dancing? Is it moving? Is it Qigong? Is it talking with a friend? What are daily, lifelong practices you can start to build into your life so you're more consistently standing powerfully in the center stage of your life? And really fully being present, really sharing your gifts, your talents, and your abilities with all of those around you, that you're bringing it all, bringing all of you forward. That is one of the greatest gifts that you can give to those in your life. And then taking the opportunity to let someone know how they impacted you. Maybe you have a shiro that you haven't let them know they're your shiro, or one way they have impacted and inspired you. So I encourage you to reach out today and let someone know how they've touched you, how they've inspired you. And then watch how that will most likely come back to you, and be willing to receive that acknowledgement and celebration. And what I want you to do with all of these ideas, all of these suggestions and tips, I want you to really step forward in your life, to really be willing to bloom where you're planted and shine. We look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.